welcome back to WD Magiccast for the week of August 6, 2023. This is episode 232. WD Magiccast, the show about the mouse, the Marvels, the galaxy, and beyond. I'm your host, Matthew Gracon. In this week's show, I'm solo, and I'm talking about the auto train. Yes, a often forgot about or overlooked method of transportation getting from the Northeast corridor heading down to Florida. Easy way, in a way that I've taken many times to get to and from Walt Disney World. So join me as I discuss some of the overviews and about my recent trip on the auto train just a couple of weeks ago. Be back in a moment. So one of the ways to get to, everyone knows you can drive to Florida, you can fly to Florida, but you can train to Florida as well. And there's the normal train that you board on, you carry your luggage, you get in a seat, and you're just sitting there. But there's a special train, a unique train that Amtrak has acquired. Train's been around since the 70s, late 70s, but it came around in the 70s. It was just the auto train, and now it's Amtrak's auto train. And it's changed over the years, and I started taking it, earliest I remember is in the 80s, and I still take it to this day, and I still enjoy it. I still really enjoy taking the auto train. It's not like it used to be, but what is nowadays. But you pick it up. Well, it goes between two stations. There's two stops only. One in Virginia and one in Florida. So depending on which way you're heading is depending on where you pick it up. If you're heading to Florida, you would go to Lorton, Virginia. Closer to the DC end of things. And you would go, board the train and take it to Sanford, Florida. If you're in Florida and you're heading north, you would pick it up in Sanford and you drive and it'll take you to Lorton. So, but the unique thing about it, and this is what I really like, is that your car comes with you. You save on the mileage, you save on the gas, you save on the stress of driving, and you have this nice little ride taking you to or from whichever direction you're going to. Is it the most luxurious? Well, it depends on exactly what package you get. Is it necessarily the fastest? It's about the same as driving, give or take. You leave about 4:30ish, 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and you get there, I think it's about 8, 9 o'clock in the morning. So it's not super fast. It's not like an airplane. Obviously, that's going to be the fastest, but limits you on how much you can bring. And price-wise, sometimes really expensive. Not saying that the auto train's always a steal or a deal. It can be a little cheaper. We took it the one way back. We drove down to Florida to take a cruise. And then we took the auto train back after our nice little venture last week at Boma's. I hope you listened to that episode and enjoyed it. If you haven't listened yet, go back. Pause this episode, listen to Boma, come back, continue this episode, or finish this episode, go back, listen to Boma, and then listen to next week's episode. Whichever order you do it, make sure you check out our Boma review, episode 231. The whole family joins in on this one, so that's why it's super special, and I'm touting it the way I am. But so the auto train, you have your standard seating, which is literally a seat. You have a seat per person. If you could upgrade your accommodations to a roomette, or then there's the family room, and then there's the bedrooms options. So each one being slightly larger, each one being more money. And I'm not going to give the rates here because the rates vary and the time that you go and how busy and whatnot. But the standard seat obviously is going to be the cheapest way. But it's you in a seat. Depending on how many people there are, depends on if there will be someone sitting next to you, just like on a plane, just like on a train. We being a family of five, we had 5 seats, but they're nice, cushiony seats. They're good. They're actually fairly nice seats. The legs lift up. There's a footrest. You can recline it, and for me, I'm 5'11" on a good day. Plenty of leg room. So even with the person in front of me, if they recline their seat all the way back, I would still have plenty of leg room, and it wouldn't interfere. It's not like an airplane where my knees are almost touching the seat in front of me, and if they're reclined back, I'm getting quite claustrophobic. There's fairly decent amount of room in these seats. In the roomettes, it's a private room. So roomettes, family rooms, bedrooms are private rooms. You have your seats in there, and they convert to beds. The family room and the bedrooms have showers in them. Have toilets and showers in them. The roomette does not. But these cars are 2 levels. So the lower level uses the smaller level. In the coach class, which is just the seats, you'd have 3 rows of seats. I think it was 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 3 rows of seats, 2 seats each next to each other. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 8 seats, 12 seats altogether. And so you have that, and then outside the door there's a little hallway, and then there's the bathrooms. Then there's a staircase up, and then there's a whole bunch of seats in the top of the car, and that's where you walk back and forth between cars to get to the cafe car, lounge car. I'm sorry. And the dining car. Sleeper rooms and the roomettes. Roomettes are mostly up top. There's some on the bottom. And then there's a bathroom, shower areas. And then so forth and so on. Family rooms and bedrooms are spread out accordingly the same way. There's a dining car for the people with the roomettes, family rooms, with the sleeping cars. I'll just refer to those as sleeping car passengers because that's the easiest way instead of constantly saying roomettes, family rooms, and bedrooms. But so those all classify as sleeping car, everyone else is coach. In the sleeping car, you get to go to the dining room. Your dinner is, for the most part, complimentary. You can upgrade to slightly nicer meals, but you get a nice little option of a type of steak, pasta, a few different things. If you're in the coach car, now this is new. It was new for me, and I don't think it's been around too long at time of recording. But it's so you get the room. You do have to buy your dinner at a nominal cost. It would give you some general kind of layout of what the here's the dining car menu. Here's the dining car menu. You got Amtrak Signature Flat Iron Steak. Now, this is subject to change, of course. Amtrak Signature Flat Iron Steak, which is an 8-ounce black Angus steak with port wine sauce served with baby green beans, Parisian carrots, and baked potato. I've had that in the past. They've had this for a while. It's actually good. Pan-roasted chicken breast, thyme-marinated chicken breast, lemon risotto, mixed seasoned vegetables, and tomato butter sauce. Then you have grilled Atlantic salmon served with ancient grains, baby green beans, Parisian carrots with a lemon caper white wine sauce. And then you got the rigatoni bolognese, rigatoni pasta tossed with a plant-based bolognese sauce and vegan Parmesan cheese served with the mixed vegetables. On the children's entrees there, you have the all-beef hot dog served with kettle chips. And then you have the mac and cheese, which is served with baby green beans and Parisian carrots. Dessert options, you have a chocolate truffle mousse, a white chocolate blueberry cobbler cheesecake, ultimate mariner's lemon cake, vanilla ice cream, and sugar-free Jell-O. Beverages to choose from are Coke products, Coke, Diet Coke, ginger ale, Sprite, bottled water. There are bar selections. You have Kendall Jackson, Chardonnay, Chateau Sweet, and then you have Michelle. Then you have the Rose, let's see, a Dark Harvest, Cabernet Sauvignon, $7.50 a glass, $30 a bottle. Sorry, that is all one word, isn't it? One name, isn't it? Then you have the Stella Artois, Bud Light, and Stone IPA at $7.50. And then Tito's Vodka, Maker's Mark Bourbon, and Gin, Tequila Gin at $8.50. So that's your dining car options. If you're staying at the dining car, that is your options. They do accept Visa, MasterCard, Discover, American Express. Visa, MasterCard, Discover, and American Express in the dining car for the additional charges. On the coach side, for your lunch/dinner, you have a breakfast. Lunch/dinner. For some reason, you have a breakfast sandwich option at $6. You have a cup of noodles at $2.50. Hebrew National hot dog all beef at $5. Classic grilled cheese $6. Blue corn vegetable tamale at $5. Turkey and cheddar at $7.50. Cheese stromboli with marinara sauce at $6. Mac and cheese skillet at $7.25. Angus cheeseburger at $7.25. Beef short ribs $16. Big ziti at $16. And Thai red curry noodle bowl at $16. That's the main courses. You got snacks of Miss Vicky's chips $2. Pretzels $2. Doritos $2. Smart Food popcorn white cheddar $2. M&M or Twix $3. Snickers or Skittles $3. Cheese and cracker tray at $6.75. Wonderful pistachios roasted and salted or salt and vinegar at $5. Fresh vegetables charcuteries at $5.75 with hummus dip. Novelties are playing cards for $5. Passenger comfort kit for $20 if available. Beverages non-alcoholic, you have 2% milk for $1, coffee for $2.50, hot tea for $2.50, hot chocolate for $2.50, Coca-Cola soft drinks for $2.50 a can, Pellegrino sparkling water $3.50, bottled water for $2.25, Minute Maid fruit juices $3, iced tea for $3, Body Armor fruit punch $3. Wine and beer, you have half bottles of Chardonnay or Cabernet Sauvignon, 375 milliliters for $14.75. Ryder Chardonnay or Cabernet Sauvignon for 187 milliliters at $7.50. La Marca Prosecco, 375 milliliters for $11.50. Bud Light or Coors Light for $7.50. Yuengling Lager for $7.50, Corona, Stella Artois, or Heineken for $7.50, or Stone IPA for $7.50. Spirits and cocktails, you have Bacardi rum for $8.50, Jack Daniel's whiskey for $8.50, Tito's vodka for $8.50, Tequila gin for $8.50, White Claw watermelon $7.50, or Cayman margarita for $7.50. The Bacardi rum, the Jack Daniel's, the Tito's, and the gin are the small little sample bottles, if you've ever seen those. It's not a big full-size bottle for $8.50. No, you're getting the little bottles for a marked up price. Again, these prices are subject to change, but that is what's available. Not everything is always available. As on our train ride, not all that stuff was there, but they did have a number of them available for you. So, stuff to keep in mind. What we did, and you're allowed to do this, is that we had a bag full of, not a huge bag, but we had a bag of drinks that we brought for ourselves, so we didn't have to buy drinks, and chips. We put drinks and chips in a bag, brought that with us onto the train, so that way we didn't have to buy stuff, just to save ourselves a little money. and it just worked out easier. Plus, bigger drinks, so we had a little more. We were getting stuff we knew we would like. So it is some just quick facts. Longest passenger train in the United States. That is something to keep in mind and impressive in itself. We were able to. We got there early enough. We just pulled in. If you get there a little later after they start boarding around or start accepting passengers around noon, around 12 o'clock is the turnaround time. So you can come in. It was maybe closer to 1 when we got there. We in Stanford. We pulled in. Sometimes Virginia, there's a backup onto 195. Or sorry, 95. You pull in. You check in. You tell them who you are. You show your reservations. You pull up. They slap a magnet on your car with a number. They take a video of the car so that way, in case of any damages, you can say this was done by the train or not. Not that that happens too often, but just hey, they're covering their butts. You can't blame them. The benefit of this, again, you're taking your car, so you can pack as much as you want in your car. Much as you can fit in your car, you can pack that you feel that you need to bring wherever you're going. If you're taking a cruise out of Florida, if you're taking a cruise out of Baltimore, if you are visiting family, going to Miami, Disney World, whatever you're doing, you can pack as much as you need in your car and take that with you. And you're not worried about it. Your weight limits, extra fees for taking on the airplane, getting lost at the airport. It is in your car. And your car is on the train behind you in special vehicle carriers. We did each carry a backpack with some stuff, some entertainment, and some clothes to change. Pajamas and then clothes to change, get to change into in the morning. And a little toiletry bag to freshen up. We didn't have a shower available to us in coach, but we did have the bathrooms at the changing rooms and just use some wipes to freshen myself up in the morning. Put some deodorant on, fresh clothes, and good to go for a little bit. I had 4 more hours in the car at that point. Wasn't a big deal. So boarding, like I said, we got there early, so we waited in the train station. Plenty of seating. You just wait, and as people come in, they find seats, and they sit around. Finding about 3:30, boarding process began. They give you a ticket with your car number and your seat assignment. We had to get our seat assignment corrected a couple of times. We specifically asked for the lower ones. They accidentally gave us the upper level, so they moved us to the lower level. It all worked out fine. No real issues. Walked out of the train station, up and down the platform, found our car assignment. Plenty of signage to help direct you and to find it. It wasn't too difficult, and plenty of people going around helping you out. Carried our bags on, found our seat, sat down, got situated. There is a storage area above the seat where you can stick your bags in coach. In the other ones, you do have some varying storage areas as well. And they have a process. The train is in parts when it's in the station. They have to connect everything up, so there's a little jostling, a little moving around at first, and then you head off and you just enjoy the scenery as you go along. There is free Wi-Fi available to you on the train, so Amtrak will provide free Wi-Fi. It's not the best Wi-Fi, but also keep in mind you're going in and out of cell service as well, so you don't always necessarily have the cell service. For a little bit, I did have the cell service. I switched to the Wi-Fi. Was able to stream music without a problem. They do kind of warn you that video streaming may be a little challenging, and I did try that. I had to be patient with it. I was able to stream a few things, but I had to be patient, and it was it worked out. But streaming music was better. Brought iPads for the kids. They enjoyed they were able to play those without any issues. In the coach seats, there are 2 outlets along the wall that's closest to you. So you can plug in, charge things up, charge things overnight. no problems there. That's a nice convenience. Like I said, the seats are relatively cushy compared to airplane seats. Very cushy, very roomy. Not the again, you're not talking about the life of luxury. It's not the life of Riley there, but it is a good seat. It is a nice, comfortable seat. Tray table in front of you, and like I said, I was able to stretch out and just relax and just enjoy watching everything go by. It's if you like the rocking back and forth, you do get some rocking back and forth. It's not a lot. At night they do speed up the train a little bit more. Sorry, the dog is barking in the background because the boys are going crazy. But yeah, you're rocking a little bit back and forth. At night they do speed it up. There is one stop overnight usually in North Carolina, the lower part of North Carolina, I think Roanoke, where they switch some of the crew out. So there'll be a brief stop there. It's usually about 1 o'clock. As long as your train leaves on time. This time around, we did leave a little bit late. There was an engine trouble, but again, still faster than the airplane. Because if there was an airplane trouble, it wouldn't have been only 3 hours. And we all know that to be the truth. I'm sorry. But yeah, it worked out great. There is an advantage of getting there earlier versus late because your car gets on faster. It is supposedly random how they pull the cars off at the end. So I will cover that a little bit later. So yeah, the ride itself was relatively smooth. If you're in one of the sleeper cars, there's 2 dining times. There's a 6 o'clock and I believe it's 8 or 8:30 that you can 7:30. 6 o'clock, 7:30 are your 2 dining times that you can have. If you're in a coach, you just head over whenever they make the announcement and get in line, and there you go. The food themselves is all microwave food. Relatively on either side, we had hot dogs, cheeseburger, and mac and cheese. That was the main things that we ordered. The mac and cheese was actually pretty good. It's a 4-cheese mac and cheese. It's the larger, springy noodles, and yeah, I was actually quite surprised by how good it was. The hot dog, kind of a standard fare hot dog, more like a boiled hot dog because it's microwaved. The burger is what you expect from a microwave burger. You throw lots of ketchup on it, mustard. It is a cheeseburger, so it was all right. The mac and cheese I thought was the winner with what we had. And they're little trays. It wasn't a huge meal. Like I said, in the past, whenever you were in coaching, you still could go to the dining car. I've had the steak. That was really good. So, you know what? It is what it is. Overnight, they turn the lights down low. Everyone usually settles in. Like I said, I threw on some, lounge pants, get my t-shirt on. Did kick my shoes off and just relaxed. In coach, you don't get a blanket. In the sleeper cars, obviously, you get blankets and pillows. So if you're traveling in coach, I would suggest bringing some sort of small light blanket and maybe a travel pillow or a jacket that you could fold up into and use as a pillow, just to make it a little more comfortable for you. Ambient temperature was relatively good on the train. Is it the quietest ride? Again, of course not. You're on the train. Especially in the lower level, you do get a little bit of the wheel noise. If the people open the doors and to pass in between cars. In the upper level, you don't get as much of the wheel noise, but you get a lot more people walking back and forth. So, benefits there. Yeah, and if you're in the sleeping car, you're in your own little private room. You have the room attendant to turn on your bed service to get your beds ready for you, convert the room to a bed while you're at dinner, and that makes it a nice, more comfortable situation for you. The morning, get up, get freshened up. You do try to get up a little bit earlier so that way you can maybe get the bathrooms before there's the huge line. Bathrooms are very similar to an airplane bathroom. It's got the jet system, so you do your business, you close the lid, you press the button, and there's the loud suctioning noise. Sucks the stuff away. So, and the sinks again, kind of like an airplane where you push the lever down for the water to go. It's basically like a airplane bathroom, and the size in the coach ones, they're about. You have three regular bathrooms that are smaller. So yeah, you're standing in there, and there's really not much room to do anything. You have one that has a changing room next to the bathroom. You have the handicap accessible bathroom, so there's a lot more space there. And then you have the women's lounge that has a bench, vanity and stuff for the women to do their things, and a bathroom attached to that one. So that is in all the standard coach ones. And the sleeping cars, some of them, like I said, they have bathrooms and showers. They're a little more fancier there. Breakfast options, you had cereal. If you're on the coach end, the sleeper car end, you have a breakfast sandwich. You could sit down and have your breakfast. For everyone else, for the coach end, you go up, you get your breakfast. It is complimentary. That's included at least. You get you have choices of cereals. We had a choice of banana, a little crumb breakfast thing, milk, orange juice. Continental breakfast, I guess you want to call it. So it was Raisin Bran Cheerios were the options. Crumb coffee cake in a bag, cereal, coffee, tea, orange juice, 2% milk. That was your options. It's the same car, the same lounge car. So there's some seating. Tables for 4 since there's 5 of us. Again, couldn't eat up there. Made it easier. I just went up, grabbed everything, carefully brought it back down to our seats, ate there. If you're in the dining car, obviously you're sat at a table. Again, those tables are for 4 as well. A little nicer, but it's a table for 4. If you're a party larger than 4, they would have to accommodate at a second table where you may be dining with somebody else that you have not met as of yet. This way, what we did, again, just I got everything, brought it down, ate at our seats. It was nice. It was fair enough. It was actually, it was a different experience. And I think why it made it nicer is because if we ate up in the lounge car, the line was forming. So there would be a line of people kind of there with us. It wouldn't be as quiet. It's kind of like a diner setup with the type of chairs and tables that they had. And years ago, thinking back, remembering when, Matthew, you're old. I know. They used to show movies in the lounge car. There was a screen, and they would show a movie. Was one time we were riding down, and they had Karate Kid Part 3? I think it was Karate Kid Part 3. No, I think I tell you. Karate Kid Part 2 is the one where they go to Japan. No, I think that's the second one, isn't it? So they were playing that on the train, so I got to watch that on the train. It was fun. It was nice. They don't do that anymore because everyone streams on their own devices. Who's going to go and sit in a lounge car and watch a movie? Hey, times change. Got down, had breakfast, got everyone freshened up. I said I used baby wipes to kind of just freshen myself up a little bit in the morning. Kids got dressed, put everything back in the backpacks, and just relax for the next couple hours while the train hurried through. There's this one town in North Carolina, Virginia. There's this one town in Virginia that you pass through that actually has a webcam on facing the tracks, and you drive through. The train goes through the center of town. You're going along and you're looking out left and right, and you see people's houses on either side of the train. It's very bizarre. You almost feel like you're in a Twilight Zone episode where you're on a toy train going through a model town. It's very nostalgic, very strange, but really cool too. That people's houses. Look, there's people's places. Waving to people as your train drives by. And you go through the center of town, and like I said, there's a webcam. So if you're quick enough and your conductor tells you, you could go on the live feed for that town and see the train go by. The train that you're on go by the center of town. And if you're smart, like I did, I took a screenshot of it to be able to see ourselves as we went by. Now, we were in the last car, so that made it easy to figure out which car we were in. To figure out when it was going by. But yes, I have a picture of it. It's in Ashland, Virginia. So if the Virtual Rail Fan - Ashland, Virginia Depot. So if you go to Ashland, Virginia's website and look around, you'll be able to find this video link. And you got the train tracks going up and down. And every so often, you will see the auto train going by. So that is actually a really cool thing to do. And if you want to see what the auto train looks like and how long it really is, that's the time to do it. I mean, it's right there. You see the trains passing through, the stoplights and everything. Oh, it's fantastic. And the camera actually zooms in a little bit on the train. Other trains, I'm sure, go past as well, and you can check it out if you like trains. There you go. So, when the train gets to the station, again, it takes a moment for them to take the train apart and put it in its proper places. You get off the train, and then you go back into the train station in the opposite side, the other end of the line. Get out, and you have to wait. Now, if you paid for priority removal of your car, so the take your car off there, you can pay for a priority. I don't know what the cost is, but obviously it's a nominal fee. You can get your car off ahead of everybody else. Otherwise, I've been told it's random. How true that is, I don't know, because I don't know when everyone else gets there. Some people intentionally get there late, thinking that they get their car early. Might be true, might not be. We got there earlier. We were one of the last ones to get our car. So it might be true, it might not be. It's hard to say. My parents who came along with us, their car, they got there quite a bit after us. Maybe an hour. Maybe an hour after us. But their car was only called a little bit ahead of us. So again, I don't know how true that is. So you can wait sometimes up to an hour or so, depending on how many cars there is for them to get through and cycle through. So hour and a half tops. There's been times that we've been the last car taken off. There's been times that we've gotten it relatively fast. I think it's the luck of the draw, and that's what I'm sticking with. But it works out. The car comes along, it pulls out, throw yourself in, put back up your little day bags that you brought with you, and off you go. You're in Lorton, Virginia, or Sanford, Florida. Sanford, Florida, hour and a half to Disney. It's better than the full drive. If you're like us, driving back to New Jersey, about 4 hours. Or wherever you call home. If you're in the Virginia area, it may be 20 minutes you're home. How great is that? So yeah, the auto train. I really enjoy it. It's a lot of fun. My kids liked it. There's plenty of space for them. They didn't get too restless. It's you spend a good chunk of it sleeping. Saves you the mileage on your car. saves you the wear and tear mentally and physically, and again on your car and on yourself. It's a nice little trip. And hey, what better way to go to Walt Disney World than taking the train? Taking the mode of transportation that was one of Walt's favorite things. Taking the train. And there you have it. Have you ever taken the auto train? Let us know. Join us on the social media networks. Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram. We are in Threads. Oh, I keep on forgetting about Threads. We are all at WD Magiccast. Find us on there. Join the conversation. Let us know what's going on. Leave us a voice message through the Anchor app or Anchor.fm website. Send it to us that way. Any questions or suggestions you may have, send it to us as well. Social media is usually the best way to do it. Thank you for your time. I know how little time we all have these days, and the fact that we get to spend some time together truly means a lot to me, to us over here at the WD Magiccast. Really, thank you. Please share out a link to the episodes that you're listening to. Tag us so this way we know that that we could thank you personally. But share out the links. Let other people know. If you really, really want to help, leave a rating and review on Apple Podcasts. We have all 5-star reviews on there. Keep them coming. Same thing with Spotify. All 5-star reviews. Keep them coming. We need more. The more that we have, the more that they will promote the show, and the more that we'll get more people listening. And more people listening is always a good thing. Helps to keep the show going. The more people we have, the better. Walt believed in a big Disney family, and so do we. Don't forget to subscribe to the show while you're at it. This way you always know when new episodes are posted. And while you're at it, consider becoming a premium subscriber. Truly help the show out. You can do this over at anchor.fm/WDMagiccast/support. You can also help the show out by checking out our merchandise shop. Get yourself some cool, fun WD Magiccast stuff as well. All these things are in the show notes. Because remember, the show is brought to you by listeners like you. In Japan, broken objects are often repaired with gold. The flaw is seen as a unique piece of the object's history, which adds to its beauty. Consider this the next time you feel broken. Whatever you're facing out there, don't give up. Never give up, never give in. Be your own hero and let your light shine for all to see. Now, I'd like to end this week's show with a quote from Walt Disney himself. The era we live in today is a dream come true. Again, that's Walt Disney. Thank you again for listening, everyone, and I'll see you next time.